WindDirect are an organisation dedicated to combining industrial energy solutions and combating climate change. WindDirect have blown away their clients' expectations, providing clean, green energy quickly and efficiently.
I think the interest in wind energy is because everybody's talking about climate change. We've had the Stern report, we've seen major retailers having strategies to reduce carbon, and everybody is also looking towards it to protecting the environment. We see all the impact of global warming. And as a result, people are looking for opportunities to make a difference themselves. And WindDirect allows people at no cost and at no risk to achieve that. We are making a real impact. This is new renewable energy. This isn't a PR exercise. This is really trying to make a difference. We can offer our clients a capital-free, risk-free proposition to allow them to give us a small piece of land on which we place our turbine, and in return we give them virtually fixed price electricity, initially for a 10-year period, and then the opportunity to renew the power purchase agreement for a further 10 years after that. The message to business leaders is that this is a fabulous opportunity. There is absolutely no question we are fully committed to developing a large number of projects, and hence we have attracted the capital to be able to do that. And that's a vote of confidence in WindDirect. So I would encourage people to look at the opportunity and to be able to take advantage of cost savings and the green benefits without any risk and without any economic outlay. It's a very exciting proposition. In terms of WindDirect, we are in the right place at the right time. But don't take my word for that. The important thing is to look at our track record, to talk to people who we've been involved with, and make a decision on the basis of that.
Well, the main appeal to Solutia is we're a chemical manufacturing site. We have a base load of about 40 gigawatts, and energy is clearly a very big cost for us, not only directly but also in terms of our raw materials. So what WindDirect have to offer is basically something that can help us keep some degree of stability with those costs, and with the benefit of some green credentials as well. WindDirect provide a complete package of installation, commissioning. They look after maintenance, the operation and admin, allowing us to continue to concentrate on our core business. We've provided effectively 2 plots of land about the size of 4 car parking spaces to allow embedded generation on our site. The partnership has enabled us to go through a no capital, low risk route to achieve some fantastic long-term benefits. Solutia would recommend a partnership with WindDirect. In fact, we've already done that through a network we have within our sector trade association.
So if the client sends to us a map showing the site land ownership, we will then do an initial study to look at all the potential constraints for that site, to allow us to establish initial feasibility. So having identified the turbine position, we bring our construction team in who start looking at the civil side of the project. It's all about foundations, it's about access. We then also bring in the electrical team to look at the electrical infrastructure on the site. And after the first visits, we then have a pretty good idea of how the site is going to operate and what we need to do.
We first became involved with WindDirect when we were seeing our energy prices increase. We were looking at a number of energy saving projects on site. So we set some on the project of going out, looking at the market, and WindDirect was one of the first people to come to our attention. Firstly and foremost, we've had lower electricity prices, and that's something that we'll be able to take a good way into the future. And obviously putting a large turbine up in the middle of a chemical plant is very different from putting one up in the middle of a farmer's field. Having said that though, I've been very impressed with the way WindDirect have dealt with these issues, have geared up for them and worked with us on all aspects of health and safety and publicity. The collaboration with WindDirect has been very good. I've seen all aspects of this from the initial negotiations, through contract, through the construction and build, and now into operation. First success is that we have a good long-term supply of low-cost electricity, which is vitally important to the competitiveness of the site. Secondly, it helps us as a site as we go into schools and with our local relationships, community relationships, to show our green credentials. This is a green form of energy which we're very proud of.
So Wind Direct is a very ambitious business with ambitions to build probably 100 megawatts of projects over the next few years. Now, to achieve that, clearly we need capital. And one of the exciting things is that because of the Wind Direct background, credibility and track record, we have that capital available through a private equity fund, HG Capital. And they're prepared to finance all the Wind Direct projects. Funding will not get in the way of a project, as it does with many traditional projects, because they get the project through and then suddenly they thought they had the funding, they haven't got it. We're ready to press the button on the funding as soon as that planning permission is achieved. Top management buy-in to a project is critical. Ultimately, one is looking to sign a 20-year lease on a piece of land, and that normally goes to board level. And if it's an international company, it often goes overseas for a decision. Basically, the company have nothing to lose. From an economic perspective, they don't have to pay anything out. Whilst the wind is blowing, they're getting cheap electricity. And whilst the asset on the land belongs to Wind Direct, nobody will know it as a Wind Direct turbine. They will always know it as the client's turbine. And they will be able to extract all the green benefits from that turbine. And I'm almost certain that for virtually every project we do, there will be a picture of a wind turbine on the front of the annual report.